When I put this story together, when I found out that this year's theme was all about tails and tales, the first thing that popped into my head was a cow. Mainly because when I grew up, there was a farm across the street, and every morning, the cows were always facing the other way, getting the sun or getting the food. And we just saw the uglier side of them, with the tail going back and forth. And I thought, well, I'm going to have those cows help me actually write my story this year and do my program with me. This one cow always reminded me of myself, because ever since I was a little kid, I've been drawing pictures. I started drawing when I was about 3 years old. I was not an art teacher, I was a history teacher. But I could never get these characters out of my head. Even in the classroom, I was never paying attention. I shouldn't say that, I'm a teacher. But I had trouble focusing because these characters would pop in my head all the time. So I learned to draw to get them out of there, and I'm still doing it. But this character is this little calf that lived with the cows. And I always imagined her being able to draw. So I drew her so that she could draw these animals. Now she was always making the barnyard laugh with her drawings because she didn't draw them the right way. So I'll show you some of her work. Ever since she was a calf, she loved to make the barnyard laugh, drawing cartoons in her stall of her farm friends, one and all. And to make it better, just to have some fun, she drew the wrong tails on the end of everyone. The goat got the turkeys. The turkey got the cow. The cow got the sheep. And the sheep got the sow. The sow got the cat. The cat got the ducks. The duck got the farmers. And the farmer was out of luck. Then when she was done, on the barnyard wall she hung the drawings so they could all find her strange looking bottoms, all the tails and who got them, as they laughed at her cartoon behind. So that's the cow that drew the picture that I'm going to be using a lot in my stories today. I don't want to rip off Old MacDonald, but everything we do here today happens on a farm. Because I thought there's so many tales on a farm, how could you go anywhere else and find any more? Now, before we start drawing a picture together, I do want to show you, like I showed you before, it was always the, dang it, here we go. There was always the head of one animal and the tail of another. Well, I messed up my first drawing. This isn't going to work because they can't talk. There's no heads. This is a cat and a dog. Anyway, since I accidentally drew this, I had to write a poem for it. So I wrote it for myself. If I draw a picture, I have to write a poem. What is this we're looking at? Half a dog and half a cat. Half a kitty with sharp claws, half a canine with big paws. Half that uses the litter box, half that uses trees on walks. She likes smelling catnip, but she has no nose. He likes chewing dog bones, but he has no teeth for those. If they both step forward, they won't move a bit. If they both move backwards, there's a chance that they might split. No bark or meow or hiss or growl, just a tail wag now and then, half dog, half cat, half this, half that, we're friends until the end. So what I'm going to do is pull that dog off of there, and we're going to draw it the way it should look. So if you got your paper, this will be a real dog, not that thing, don't worry. Yeah, everybody's got 2 sheets of paper? Great, perfect, good. When we draw, oh, here it is. Oh my God, we'll go down in this. You'll turn your paper sideways like one. Turn it this way. It's either hot dog or hamburger. I don't know which one that is. But yeah, hot dog, right? I taught 36 years, I think I know this by now. Kids always correcting me. All right, we're going to draw a real simple dog. Now, when we draw this, we're only going to have to worry about, don't worry about anything. We're only going to be doing three things. One is we're going to be drawing a lot of circles. Who here can draw a circle? Perfect, good. Great, that's 90% of what we're doing today. The second thing we're going to have to be able to do is, well, I'll tell you what the rules are. There are no rules. As I start drawing, and you're drawing with me, you might come up with some ideas that I'm not thinking of. Feel free to add things to your drawing, to change things with your drawing, and when we're done, it'll look a lot like mine, but there's definitely some of your imagination in it too. So feel free to go off direction as we start drawing. And the third rule is that you guys don't have pencils, but I would tell you this rule anyways. If you're drawing with pencils, I always say, don't say, oops, I made a mistake, to use the eraser. Say, I see something to change, and then you use your eraser. As soon as you call a mistake, your brain freezes up. I taught math too, and the kids would say, I made a mistake. I said, no, you just saw a better answer. Don't say a mistake. So erasers are an artist's tool. It's for changing things, not for correcting things. All right. With your marker, and I've got a marker, so neither of us have eraser tool. On your paper, if you would draw right about halfway down and in the middle, a real simple circle like this. I told you it's going to be nothing but circles, or parts of circles. Good. Now, one of the few lines we'll draw is right here. If you would draw a line from here to here, it can be shorter than this or longer than that. Good. And on the end of this little line, you would draw a little circle there. Now, and let's draw half a circle, and I'm going to tell you something about this shape. One more half circle, watch where I put it. Right? Doing this is part of a circle like this. That makes sense? Just a little curve right there. Now you can turn this into 37 different animals. If this is going to be a dog facing that direction. His two eyes, the bridge of his nose, and the tip of his nose. Can you see it? Yeah, but you know there's 36 other animals this can become. Anywhere from a lion to a rat to a muskrat to a mole, which is dragging nuts right now, to a cat, to a polar bear, a regular bear. I'm leaving some out. A lion, a tiger. I was bored and I was sitting at Bob Evans. They were taking forever, so I took out a pen, I opened up the napkin, and I drew the shape. And every time I drew it, I had to go with a new animal, and that's how I know how many there are. By the time my food came out, it wasn't. I don't know. I'm remembering it now. But anyways, that's to be the head of the dog. It's a little chihuahua. Anybody here have a chihuahua? You've all seen them, right? Little bodies, big ears. I don't have one, but my niece does, and is staying at the house with my dog today. So this is an honor of it. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to draw that dog kind of looking in your direction. So what we're going to do, a little half circle here and a full one here. Those are the pupils in his eyes looking at you. Now, a real dog eyes don't look like this. This is a cartoon, so we're giving them kind of like human eyes. Good. Should be good. I like that. You got a bigger pupil than me. That's going to be good. Okay. With your marker, here's what I'd like you to do. You're going to shade in this nose, but before you shade it in, put a little, almost looks like a football shape right there. That's going to remind you not to color that part in. So watch what I do. Something like that. The reason I left that white spot there, maybe you know why. Why is that little white spot left there? Anybody any ideas? Yes. Good, who are you? I love that thing. Micah. Micah just said so you can see light reflecting off its nose, or a shine off of its nose, or a light, because their noses are usually wet for a dog, aren't they? So a little bit of light makes it look a little more real. We'll do the same thing with his eye. Leave a little bit of white inside so we shade the rest of it in. Just like in here, I can see this light shining off people's eyes. A little bit of a reflection, so the dog has that too. Good. Excellent. Good. Okay. Now we'll start moving a little quicker. Let's do the bottom of his mouth and the rest of his nose. 1, 2. A curve that runs from here to here. A half circle. He's a half the dog. Good. And let's do the same thing up here. Just a little curve that runs from here to here. Top of his head. That's going to be like a weird dog. That's good. Excellent. Okay. Now, watch right here at the top of his mouth. See this little curve? It means he's smiling and his cheek muscles get pushed up a little bit. You're doing great. Excellent. Okay, now for the ear. You can, if you're turning this into a different kind of dog, like if this is a beagle, his ear would come down like this, right? If this was, I don't know, maybe like a little terrier, it's short and goes to the point. This is a chihuahua, so watch what I do. I'm going to draw a line from about here to here. Stop. He has huge ears. The bigger the ears, the smaller the body will look. You'll look more like a chihuahua. And then I'm just going to curve this down right about the ear. And I'm going to stop because I want to have room for his neck to come out. Now, if you take your hand and feel your own ear, feel this part that curls in. All animals have that. They help them hear, and so I'm going to make sure that we include that on our dog. You would just draw a little curve that runs like this. And I have a little bit of hair right there. And dogs can kind of see inside of their ears. Okay. We're going to work on the rest of his body now. Back of his head. About here to here. Okay, ready for the neck? It's a little short. It goes from about here to here, and here to there. Now I know in the real world an animal with a big head and a small neck like that's not going to get very far, is it? This is the cartoon world, there's no gravity for fun. Now, the body's really small compared to his head. It's kind of like a bobblehead chihuahua. Okay? So here's the front of his chest. From there to there. Little curve. Here's the back end of it. From there to there. See how little his body is compared to his head? Now, he's got real short legs. 2 lines there. In the front leg. And a paw is real easy. It's just like this. There's one paw. Kind of looks like a golf club a little bit. Here's his back leg. And his back paw. Like that. Here's his belly. And a real skinny tail. Skinny and long. Oh my gosh, that is great. That is great. Hey, watch what I do to finish this guy up. 3 little dots right here to represent whiskers. You can draw the whiskers if you want, or we're using markers. I just use dots. My dog is happy, so what should his tail be doing? Wagging. Now I can do it one of 2 ways. I can go like that. That's not the best way. Or I can do this. Those lines make it look, tells our brain that something's moving there. In reality, nothing's happening. So as soon as I draw that, your imagination sees the tail going, right? Now, if you would like, you can have a tongue sticking out. You don't have to. If you want, a little curved line like the letter U, and see that little line? We all have that line on our tongue, don't we? Stick your tongue out of yourself in the mirror. I don't know why you look, if you ever did. You'll see that line. Excellent. Okay, now, here's where we make a cartoon character. Not that it already isn't, but we'll add it. If you want to keep your dog an eyebrow, you go right there. You don't have to. Sometimes it makes it look like he's more, like, I don't know, a little bit of personified, a little human like. And I'm going to do something that you can or can't do. I'm going to draw 3 little circles here. He's going to be thinking something. And then above his head, I'm going to draw a thought cloud. If you don't have room to do that, don't worry. You can always just draw something above him we know he's thinking, or just a line. I have enough room to do it. Now he's happy. There's a thought cloud. What would you draw in there? And of course, it won't be words. Dogs don't talk in words. They talk in what they see. So you can draw something if they're going to be happy. Oh, look at you. Your dog got big. Good. What? Oh, you read? Your dog can read? Keep it rocking around. Who is this? Jason. I gotta show you something that I wish I had drawn. A 3-year-old always does this to me. Now, that looks like, okay, that's a cartoon dog. I love this one. Isn't that great? I love the expression. I love like this innocence to it. Oh my gosh, that is tremendous. I love this. Totally different from mine. I always like when that happens. Well, let me show a couple more if I could. And those who are a little slow, we started with the L. What's your name? Liam. I got one letter right. That was pretty good. What's he thinking about? Oh, is he in love? Oh, Liam's dog is in love. I don't know. What do you think? I was watching him draw because I love the hugeness of those eyes. He did the whole eye as if it was one big pupil, which of course, that's what happens when you're in love. Your pupils dilate and they explode. All that stuff. All that lovely stuff. Who are you? Oh, are you guys brothers? Oh, but they're sitting next to each other, the two dogs. Those are the two dogs that fell in love. Oh, good. Excellent. What's he thinking? There's a dog house with a bowl next to it. Good. Let me find somebody over here. Oh, that's good. Hey, what's your name? Lexi. What grade are you going in? Okay, I thought you were 4th or 5th. Hey, here's Lexi. I like it. She wrote book. But I like saying like this. Ooh. Good. Excellent. I love it. Very good. Oh, you put a collar on. Is there a name on the collar? No? Not enough room, is there? Good, good, good. Oh, what's going on? Oh, okay. He's imagining himself eating food because he's hungry. I'm doing the same thing out of Pop-Tart and water. That's why I can't so far. Good. Oh, look at that tongue sticking. What are you? Molly? Wait, take a look at Molly. Another. See what I mean when I say I'm going to draw with you, but you come up with your own style? Totally different and better. Very good. Excellent. Now I wish you were I'm so used to staring at a phone or a camera and through this program, I can't find faces anymore. It's so good. This feels so good to me behind me. So it's pretty nice. And how old are you? Going into 7. Oh, good for you. 7. I remember 7. Chef Bones like lit up. Can't wait to have it. Good. And I'll show a couple more. But we want to do the program. So let me go over the table while we go Hey, check out Brady. Brady's got more abstract here. Isn't that good? That is great. And what's he thinking about up here? What is that? Oh, it's a hot dog. My brain's going what's in my stomach, and that kind of went away to me. I'd rather think of it as a good. There's Spotty McWiener. I love it. Who are you? This is great. Spotty McWiener getting the wiener dog with spots. Good. Excellent. Oh, I'm going to show one more of them to keep going with my stories for you. I got to show you everything. And by the way, everything on the sheet of paper. But isn't that good? It's kind of like the half dog, half dog. You put it together, you got a whole. Excellent. Good, good. Okay. Let me return this. I love that big blue eye. You guys, I wish you could see every one of these. These are so good. Excellent. Okay. Now, the one thing about a dog, and raise your hand if you've got a dog at home. If you have a dog, who has a dog without a tail? Anybody like a corgi or what kind is it? Just a little nub? Yes, nubs are hard to see. I think they move a little bit. My dog's got a long tail and can't keep any secrets from me because my dog, everybody ready? My dog's brain is over here, but all his thoughts go to his rear. If you want to read his mind, just take a look at his behind. A wag, he's good, and drag, he's sad, and downward curve could end up bad. A pointed tail could mean a squirrel is just about to rock his world. When his tail jiggles, he's thinking treats. When it wiggles, he's thinking eat. Yes, my dog's tail tells the tale of what's up here and back here as well. And though he tries to hide his thoughts, there really is no use, because whatever my dog thinks about winds up on his caboose. So dogs can't keep secrets very well, can they? Now, on the farm, not old McDonald's, but on the farm that was across the street from me, what's this? Who knows what this is? It's an outhouse. Yes, this is an outhouse. I was feeling goofy when I drew this, so I thought, what would be an interesting thing to have in an outhouse? I thought, what crawls around out in the farms, and that would find us a nice house for themselves. Spider's a good idea. This is an animal, though. Remember, we're talking tails. What's the scariest tail in the animal world? A skunk, yeah. So here's a quick quote about my skunk. There's a skunk in the outhouse, and he feels so at home. There's a skunk in the outhouse, and I suggest you leave alone. There's a skunk in the outhouse. All you gotta do is smell. Yeah, there's a skunk in the outhouse. And boy, can you tell. There's a skunk in the outhouse about to do some harm. There's a skunk in the outhouse, don't set off his alarm. There's a skunk in the outhouse, please do not disturb. There's a skunk in the outhouse, believe me, take my word. There's a skunk in the outhouse, he's been there all week. There's a skunk in the outhouse, and man, he really reeks. There's a skunk in the outhouse, and he's just about to spray. There's a skunk in the outhouse, so hold your nose and run away. There's a skunk. Now, there's a famous story about a skunk you probably know. Actually, you don't know this, because there's a famous story about a rabbit and a turtle. Yes, and a race. Who knows that story? Who wouldn't mind coming up here to tell it real quick? Would you come tell it, everybody? You gotta be really loud. What's your name again? Oh, Finn! I love that name. Hey, this is Finn. You gotta be really quiet. Very quickly, just tell them the story about the rabbit and the hare. You hear him? You hear him? Good. And what's the moral of the story? You remember? Slow and steady wins the race. The turtle kept working and working while the rabbit thought, oh, I've got this thing won so easily, I'm going to take a nap. And he sleeps through most of the race and he can't catch up. Good job, buddy. Man, that's hard to do. Good. Well, here's my rabbit. And I decided to take his story and throw a skunk into it. Ready? You see, the rabbit was running as hard as he could, and his lead on the turtle was very far and good. This is way too easy to himself, the rabbit thought. Sorry, I had to rhyme it. When suddenly beside the path, there arrived a skunk. The skunk turned around, stuck his tail up there, and let loose from his caboose a smell into the air. That rabbit caught a whiff, he choked and rolled about, he squirmed, he turned, his eyes they burned, then finally he just passed out. Quite a while later, the turtle came strolling by. When the same skunk beside the road caught the turtle's eye. That pesky skunk once again lifted up his tail, aimed it at the turtle, but just as he released his awful smell, the turtle pulled his head back inside his hard shell right away, keeping him from taking in the toxic skunky spray. Then continued down the path at a slow, steady pace, not knowing that the hare had been knocked out of the race. Later, when the hare came to, he popped up, ran hard and fast, only to find that when he crossed that line, oops, he had finished last. So you see, the fable often told doesn't completely tell the tale of the tortoise and the hare and a skunk's disgusting smell. So I threw a skunk in there to change it just a little bit. I don't know what the moral of that story is. We'll have a shell stick there. Okay, take your second sheet of paper. Now, for this one, we're going to draw something that you can add to. Okay, there's going to be two parts in this drawing. And actually, your two dog guy gave me an idea when gave me an idea. We're going to draw the cow that's been telling you these stories holding a drawing. If that makes sense. Turn your paper this way. More than halfway up, we're going to draw. Here we go with the circles again. Actually, this cow is, if you add them all up, it's 11 circles. Halfway up, draw. Big circle. This time the animal is facing you, so it's the front of the cow's nose you're looking at. Now, half the circle there, and half the circle there. Then inside of those, a little half circle here, and a little half circle here. See that? Those are his nostrils. Those are the okay. Now for the eyes. Draw a half circle from here, but it stops right there. This will actually look like a Valentine heart a little bit. And half a circle here, sort of down to the looks like a heart coming up over a mountain somewhere. Inside that, here's what you need to do. Circle here. Now he's looking at you. Or she. You say yeah. Good. I could so easily turn this into a frog, but don't let me do it. Okay. Now, here comes another half circle. Ready? Comes up from behind this one. Now it looks like a monkey. Make sure I turn this into a cow. Hey, have you ever seen a manatee before? Looks like one of those too. Yeah.
That was on. I gotta go ahead and go.
Okay, time to turn this into a cow very quickly. The cow's ears, and I guess cows, their ears range in size. I don't want it to look like a chihuahua, so what I'm going to do is this. Sound like cats with football. Not there. Make sure it's pointed or it will look like it on the point a little bit. Good. Inside those ears, that same little curve you did with the dog, do that right there. And so this looks more like a cow or a bull or a cattle or a hippo. I'm going to draw a horn. Now he looks like a devil hippo or a cow. Or, yeah, it does look like a bull. I'll put just a little tuft of hair up here. Not that they have a lot of hair, but it reminds you there's some fur on the Good. This is the first time I've drawn him, and you guys are doing great. Good, good. Okay. Color shade his eyes in like you did with the dog, leaving some white showing. Now, he looks pretty serious, so I'm going to lighten things up a little bit. This will look weird at first, but it will make sense in just a second. This is not a tongue sticking out. This is his mouth. Some cartoon characters, they have like a goofy grin and move sideways. So what can I do? I would have a real small, right like this. Now, if you want that to be a tongue, it is. So what can I do? I do that again. And then color in. So now he's happier. Got this goofy little grin coming off this side. Are you guys comfortable? Are you guys looking miserable? I didn't even see you over here this whole time. Oh my God. Okay. Now, we're going to do a little three-dimensional trick here. I'm going to have him holding up. He just drew a picture, but it's not there yet. So what I'm going to have him do is he'll be holding the picture in front of him. So watch what I do. Before we do that, we're going to draw a line from here to here. Not a very big one, just enough that kind of covers up below his mouth. Cows don't have fingers, do they? But in the cartoon world, they got to use their hands, so this one has 3 fingers. Actually, all cartoon figures pretty much have three fingers and a thumb, don't they? We don't bother to draw all 5 just because you don't have to. Watch what I do. He's holding up a piece of paper just like this. So, watch what I do. There's 1 finger. The second one is right next to it, come out from behind. And the third one, see what I do? There's a whole circle with a little apple one. There's 1 hand. Now you should have both, right? But they can't hold it. Okay, same on this side. 1, 2, 3. Now looks like he's riding a motorcycle. Or a bike. Yeah. Okay, now look. You have his head floating, so watch what I do. Just a little curve down on each side. So it looks like the cow has shoulders. Have you ever seen a cow stand up on just 2 legs and hold a piece of paper? No, we're going to make it work. Now here's what we're going to do after that. Extend that line a little further out. And this is the easy part. Draw a big big piece of tag board that you hold, like what I've been doing. Does not have to be perfect, don't worry about that at all.
I did it.
Good. That's good, good, good. Now. Good. Wow. Excellent. Oh, that's so good though. Oh my gosh. Excellent. You're really good. Well done. Good, good. This guy's been random like a dog over here. Good. Inside. Let's see. My son's name is Isaac. He changed his name. Somehow when he's little and he's 32 years old. He always messes with Steve. Yes, my son named so happy he would be around. Really good. He's not good. He's not good. Oh, you good? Isaac? Isaac! Yes! He lives in Boston now. I get to go see him next week. I miss him. It's been 16 months to him. Oh, it's in the air. Yes! This is the guy that told the story about the torch in the ears, too. How's animals have tags in their ears? You know who they are, and where they're broken. Very good. What do you want? You can draw whatever you would like down here. I'll show you what I'm going to draw. You know what's really weird here? I thought for sure there would be screaming cicadas everywhere. Where are they? Cincinnati is horrible. To the point my dog won't walk anymore. They screech, and it goes high-pitched and low, and high and low. My dog walked under a bush, and 3 came out on his back. It's so gross in Cincinnati right now. My car, if you want to see what smashed cicadas look like, go to my windshield. So, anyways, I'm going to draw a cicada coming up out of the ground. At least you know that part about cicadas, right? And you know they come back every 17 years? I'll show you what a cicada looks like. You can make up your own drawing or you can follow mine. I'm going to draw cicadas. This is real easy. On your paper, draw a line from here to here. A circle here. And a circle here. It does, doesn't it? Looks like a happy piece of paper right now. Inside, oh no, leave it like that. I'm going to draw a run or line of shape right here. And then finish it down like this. Too big people. Looks like an alien, doesn't it? These cicadas look like the aliens in my house. Yes.
Looks like a crawdad.
You're right. It looks like a crawdad and a wolf, doesn't it? Yeah. And I don't know if they need to breathe through their nose by just the true circles there. And how it is there is that line. I just curve it like this, and now it's coming out of the hole. To make the hole look darker as we go on, I'll put some more lines here, and we can shade in the hole. So my cow drew a cicada come out of the hole. What they do is every 17 years, they hatch, fly around, but they lie dormant in the ground eventually. So last time it happened, 17 years ago, I was at the golf tournament in Columbus. I remember the golfers having them hanging over their heads. So, what you gonna draw? Oh, good. I love it. Oh, good. Good. Well, you did draw the cicada. Good, good, good. Excellent. Oh, she left it just like this. And oh, who are you again? I didn't meet you, did I? Debbie. Hey, check out what Debbie did. This is, I love when people do this. Through my drawing, her eyebrow, the eyelids come down a little. There's the feet under here. She actually had cow coming out from behind the feet. There's the tail. How could I not draw a tail? That's why we're here. Doggone it. And she left a little, like a little eye face there. Excellent. I love when people do stuff like that. Good, good, good. A flower pot. Oh, that's really good. Excellent. Oh, baby. Very good. Excellent, excellent. Good. Let me tell you about the cicada. You didn't know this? It comes out of the ground every 17 years, making a sound that rattles your ears, shaking its tail to its own song for just a few months, and then they are gone. From bushes and trees it serenades you, an off-key symphony is the singing cicada. As the summer grows late, the song will end, not till 2038, when we see them again. I don't know about you, but I know about me, and in 17 years I'll be 83. I don't know about you, but you know about me. So in 17 years, how old will you be? Who knows how old they'll be in 17 years? I know I probably won the contest. Yeah. You'll be 25. How old will you be in 17 years? How old? 25 also. Who else knows how old they'll be in 17 years? 27, 28, you might be here watching me work with your kids. Oh my gosh. Just remind me what my name is when I'm here again, 17 years. And it's supposed to be for these pictures. Good, good. Okay. We're going to finish up. Always bring more than I need. That's the nature. We're going to finish up back on the farm. Ready? Go back to the farm. Before we do that, I'm going to give you, there's 3 farm animals that we haven't talked about yet. And I'm going to give you a chance to guess the end of the rhyme. Here's the first one. Don't shout it out until I get to the end of the rhyme. Then tell me what you think it is. The first one's easy, because we were talking about it the whole time. With her unbelievable utter, she can move the earth, she can cover the earth in ice cream, make mountains out of butter and chocolate shakes beyond your dreams. And when you hear her do her mighty move, all you can say is, wow. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's super. Cow. Let's try the next one. Ready? Born from an egg and raised in a coop just to end up in somebody's soup. Maybe the fate of her feathered friends, but this girl is special with power times 10. A strong beak for picking and long legs for kicking. Right? Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's super. Good, good. Let's do another one. In his sty, this big guy has mud up to his belly. Sure, he's a slob, a dirty blob, and admittedly quite smelly. Though not tidy, his strength is mighty, and his squeal is oh so big. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's super. Good, 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 good. Now, the cow on the farm tried to escape one day, and he thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just fly through the sky, jump over the moon, and they'll never see me again. What's the famous cow that jumped over the moon? How's that poem start? Hey, hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the cow jumped over the moon. Here's the real story. This is called the cow tried to jump over the moon. Hey, diddle, diddle, the cat in the field, the cow tried to jump over the moon. But she lost control, she fell in a hole, and now she was marooned. She tried to get out, but her bottom so stout was just too much to hoist. So there she was stuck without any luck and truly without any choice. A couple days later, still stuck in that crater, she heard something stirring about. There was two guys in white suits wearing helmets and boots, so she moved and she moved. Get me out. Holy cow, said the twosome, as they radioed Houston. We have a problem, there's a cow in the crater. She needs us to assist, permission to lift. Permission granted, now hurry and save her. With a shovel and rope, brought will and some hope, they freed that cow as they lifted her high. From her very full udder, milk splattered and sputtered across the dark sky. Yes, leaving behind her an everlasting reminder that remains in the sky to this day. Just look up at night and you'll see the creamy white lights of the amazingly bright Milky Way. That's what I got. Last story, last poem. How are you doing? Good, perfect. I told you that everything was on a farm. Well, I am going to rip off Old MacDonald now. I rewrote Old MacDonald. By the way, did you know that the original song for Old MacDonald used to go like this? I'm going to try to sing. Ready? Oh, it used to go like this. Old MacDonald had a farm. Oh, hi, oh, because the farm was really right up here in Columbus. And Old MacDonald, the farmer, his wife wrote that song, and it got pretty catchy. People in Ohio would sing it all the time. In fact, it got so popular that it spread across the country, and instead of those people in California actually sing Ohio, Ohio, so they changed it to E-I-E-I-O. So anyways, the cow tried to escape the farm, made it. Old MacDonald tried to escape the farm, didn't do so well. I'm going to try to sing. And now it's going to be really exciting. Here we go. Listen to our last story. Old MacDonald ran away. Oh, hi, oh. Good. He couldn't take another day. Of a moo-moo here, a ba-ba there, knocks off quacking everywhere. Old MacDonald ran away. Old MacDonald went to town. For peace and quiet that he soon found. A beep beep there and a honk honk there, people on their cell phones everywhere. Old MacDonald got out of town. Old MacDonald bought a boat. And out to sea he decided to float. Hoping there would be no sound. But soon the seagulls came around. With a squawk squawk here, squawk squawk there, and waves splashing everywhere, Old MacDonald sold his boat. Old MacDonald dug a hole where he would be the only soul. There was no noise, there was no sound. Just dirt and darkness all around. No sound here, no sound there, no sound anywhere. Old MacDonald felt so alone. So Old MacDonald tunneled back to the farm, where he popped up behind the barn, right between two stalks of corn. And there a great idea was born. He stuck the corn into his ears, and no longer could he hear. A moo-moo here, a quack quack there, or a ba-ba here, or an oink oink there. Old MacDonald had ears of corn. Thanks for coming, you guys.